I, on behalf of this unit and on my own behalf, warmly welcome you all to this farewell program for the outgoing officers of this unit. Farewell sounds too morose. In fact, this is not goodbye, but an acknowledgement of all the achievements and valuable contributions to this unit, department, and our society. This is just a humble gesture to say thank you and to wish all the outgoing officers the very best in the new assignment.
Most respected our outgoing Commissioner of Police, Sri DCP Dimapur, DCP Crime, our DCP Traffic, and ADCP Dima. As we all know that transfers and postings are a part and parcel of government life, as part of all the government servants. Whether we like to go, sometimes we are not able to go. Sometimes we want to stay, but we are not able to. But then it's time and again we have to leave the place and look forward to our new assignments. As we all know that in Dimapur, especially being a place where people from all across the tribes, from different religions, different ethnicities are living here. So it's always challenging, especially for administration and police. And at the same time, challenges like the COVID pandemic, interstate borders, border conflicts with the neighboring states, or sometimes inter-district conflicts have also happened during the tenure of the outgoing officers. And I know, and we have all appreciated that in the manner that the department has handled these challenges and lived up to the expectation, predominantly during the COVID period. So these all required very intensive zeal to work, and at the same time the leadership shown by our Commissioner of Police and all his officials. I think it has left a very positive impression in the minds of our people.
I have experienced ups and downs and some unique experience also. Like, I'll never forget the rock slides in the Bakla Pahar, nor like the construction of this 4-lane. Every time the road sinks, my heart also sinks. But like, it was due to the support of my traffic officers, my ACPs, my OCs, and all the traffic personnel working as a team. We could manage and somehow we could pull through. To the young officers, I want to just say this, be hands-on with your work. Just don't delegate your work to your lower ranks and forget about it. But like, it's very satisfying. Help each other, work together. It's very satisfying, and it makes a lot of difference.
The most beautiful part was, as a DCP Crime, as a nodal officer, almost on daily basis or weekly basis, I was coordinating with the police from the rest of the country, be it Delhi, Haryana, Maharashtra. And one thing I noticed, whenever I used to visit the officers from other states, the more and more I used to interact with them, more and more I used to see their paperwork, more and more my appreciation for Nagaland police grew. I think our officers are second to none, and in most of the cases, I think our officers' investigative skills, their professionalism is much better than many other places and many other states where we think that they are doing good. So while going, I just thought I should convey this to you, and I appreciate your professionalism, especially be it our war on drugs or our cyber crime, dealing with the cyber crime, or even conventional crime, and even within the present socio-political and cultural environment, our efforts to curb the extortion and illegal activities. I think we are not blowing our own trumpet, but yeah, I think wherever due credit needs to be given, I think all the staffs, all the police stations, and all the men in the ground, they have done a good job. Now, since our civil society leaders are here, if development has to come to any place, the prerequisite is law and order, the peace. We have seen in this country, we have seen the very prosperous, naturally gifted parts of this country where there is no law and order. They are doing very, I think they are not doing that good when global GDP and global gross happiness index is concerned. So if Nagaland also has to progress, I think we need respect for law. And of course, there is a counterpart to it. as a law keepers, we also need to be responsible and be professional. So I think it's a two-way journey. I think we may have a lot of mistrust or trust issues, I should say, but there is no other way. If you want to go ahead, we have to bridge and we have to come somewhere in middle, and we have to have respect for law. The due process should take its course. Unless until that happens, I don't think there is any future ahead. So that was in brief. One of my duty was PRO of this unit, and the one challenge which my predecessor were not having is that we had print media, but during my tenure we saw growth of electronic media, and it's quite demanding. Of course, we might have a love and hate relationship sometimes, but can't help it. That's how it is. But one thing I should say, unless and until we have independent, bold, and courageous media, I think no democracy can actually progress and prosper. As media is considered as fourth pillar of democracy, I wish with every coming day you become more professional. You cover the stories independently and biasedly. Of course, we will get sometimes blame, but it's okay. We know policing is a thankless job. Can't help it. Our officers, they already knew when they joined the service. But one thing I like, they say in the Matthew chapter 5 verse 9, blessed are the peacekeepers, for they will be called children of God.
I have completed 4 years and 4 months and few days, like 12 days of service in Dimapur. I joined on 2nd of July 2018. So I was, when we were hearing this news of transfers, I was thinking in my heart that at least I should complete 4 years. Like some round figure should be there, no? But I was gifted bonus 4 more months by this when this order came. So when I joined here, Lima sir was the CP. So I was fortunate enough to work under 2 CPs, our CP sir, present CP sir and Lima sir. And I have seen 5 DCs over the tenure. Our Sachin Saab is the 5th DC I have seen. And I am fortunate enough to work with all of them because every officer has their own knowledge, their own wisdom, which we learn from them. I was posted first in as a SP PAG. So inside during election time, last elections. So we don't have much crime issues like criminal things. But in Dimapur is a hotbed for all the criminal activities and these things. We face a lot of situations, as we say. In Dimapur, even a single case can escalate into a law and order issue, and it can become a very big problem. Like sir, regarding extortion, it's very apt. Sir used to say that there are a lot of complaints, but not a single complainant. It summarizes what situation is there in extortion and what police faces. A lot of complaints means if you ask any business people, they will keep on complaining that there is extortion, this and that. Nah. But what problem we face as a police? There is no complainant. There is no independent witness for that. So if we catch any person, we have to register a suo motu case, and again they have a benefit in court. So this one liner is, again I will always remember sir in my mind.
My stay in this commissionerate it's very short. I joined on 16th of September this year, and I'm exiting today. So it's hardly a matter of 2 months. So I could not make contact with the civil societies and even with my own department also. So I don't have much to say, but I'm very much sure during my short stay, I'm very grateful to CP sir and all the senior officers for your continuous support and guidance, and at the same time, my subordinated officer for your cooperation, which I would always cherish. And since Dimapur is a place where everyone wants to be here, I would also encourage those officers and friends who will be staying back to give your best, so that when we get transferred to another districts, we will be a torchbearer for the department, where the officers, friends from the other districts may always look up to us for guidance.
As our officers, they are outgoing officers, they have expressed their gratitude to all of you. I will not repeat all. But from my side also, I must express my gratitude and my thankfulness to especially to this unit, my subordinate officers, minister staff, all the personnel, and my DGP and all my senior officers, in that way, even our home department, for giving us this opportunity and to be SSCP. And then during this 3 years tenure, because of the good cooperation and selfless dedication rendered your service, rendered by our officers, we could achieve a small division, a small percent. As a police and a law and order to deal the law and order situation, there is no ending. So during our short tenure, this our tenure here, some officers, their tenure here is just say 1.5 months, so for them it's short. But for me, at least I have completed 3 years, which is a very long SSCP. I never thought that I would be here for 3 years. But because of the COVID, the situation, 1-2 years was wasted, and we could not do anything for law and order or the small development for the unit. So we stay here for 3 years. I stay here for 3 years. And during these 3 years, I must appreciate once again the support and the dedication rendered by my staffs, my subordinates especially, including the minister staff, working tirelessly in the office. That I want to express this my gratitude to all of you. I will not be able to name one by one, so in general I want to express this. And especially to our media friends, because of your positive role, the things was under control. The role of the media, it is very important in dealing law and order situation. So because of your role, the situation was under control. And in future also, I want to appeal that as a profession, we all should project the positive things in our society. And it is very important. And during the COVID time, especially our media and other law and order situation time also, we also try our best to give you the cooperation. Sometimes we want to answer all, but sometimes the situation becomes so sensitive. That's why our PR also, sometimes when he cannot answer, he switch off his mobile. Otherwise, most of the time, we also try our best to do that. When you see that police mobile PR mobile is switch off, that means there is no answer. So that was at least police were that chalak. Except that was our best. We also tried. Our intention was not to avoid you. So that was our. And this NGO especially, all the NGOs, though they are not here, other community, though they could not be here, or we could not invite all of. But I must express all the NGO based in Dimapur especially, for your cooperation, for your kind help, your contribution, especially during the COVID and other law and order time, the sensitive time, that all of you have contributed and you have come forward voluntarily to help the police and administration. And for this, we want to express once again our gratitude to all the NGOs, civil society, including the church. And most important is the administration, the police, the civil administration. Our deputy commissioner, now I also have worked with 3 deputy commissioners, Anu, Rajesh, and then our present DC Sachin, and our Abhinav, DC Chinu, though they are not here, and our DC Newland, though they could not be here. On behalf of this unit, I want to express our gratitude to all the deputy commissioners for their humble and their cooperation. And I always say this, police, it is a teamwork. And I don't believe in the administration and police, I don't believe the individual championship. I don't want to be the individual champion. Because in the law and order, if any officer is trying to be individual champion, if you aim for the individual champion, then you will be a failure. So anywhere I go, I always say that police is a teamwork, administration is a teamwork. Even if you are too good if you are alone, so what? Your goodness will be a liability for the society. Your knowledge will be a liability for the society. But lastly, I want to congratulate all the new team who are coming here, and some of them have joined. So we want to congratulate all of you, and we want to wish you all the best. We are all going, the outgoing officer, we are all going with a better posting, I think. Yang Ren is going on promotion, Madam Jati is also going on promotion, and Faraj is going for SP. His presence, his service is also required here, but he has to go as SP during the elections. And our Naim Sab, he overstayed. Now also he has to go because 3 years means during the election we cannot be here. And I also overstayed because I have completed 3 years. During the election I cannot be here. So all of us are going out, and then we are going with a better. That's why we are going with this full satisfaction. Though we could not achieve much, we are going out with our satisfaction.